You know, that journey is a trust building journey. And you brought that up. You also, in our last conversation, you talked about internal trust challenges. And you had actually equated that to preparing teams for an AI kind of a transformation era. So I'd love to hear about that.
Across all my conversations in all industries with multiple friends and colleagues and connections, one thing is clear. Some people are very excited about AI, but a lot of people are afraid of it. We have interviews and conversations with prospective employees where they effectively are concerned that their job might be automated by AI. And that comes out in initial conversations. And our response has been pretty simple. You're not at risk of being automated by AI. You're at risk of somebody who understands AI better than you orchestrating it. That's a really important differentiated point. I have been in industries that have been disrupted by AI before this chasm crossing. And what I've seen is that those industries explode in value and opportunity. But those that actually learn how to orchestrate that new technology and harness that new technology end up in a very strong place in the future. So my advice to anybody listening to your pod or watching this is dive in deep. As we speak right now, I got Claude Code through Terminal running, on my desktop. I'm a revenue guy, right? But I'm coding and I'm learning how to adapt to a new world. And I think everybody has a responsibility to do the same.
Isn't it great? In some ways, I created an app on Claude last week, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that." But so here's something that's interesting is that when you talk about them worried about losing their job, there's another dynamic, which is a lot of people looking at AI as something that's going to make us more efficient. But the vast majority of the companies that we're selling to are, yes, expecting us to do things quicker and faster, but they're expecting more value out of what we produce, more value in less time. And so AI isn't just about how do we do things quicker and faster, but how do we elevate the value that we're providing to them? Because yesterday's expectations are not what today's expectations are. Across the go-to-market teams, how do you talk about that differential in value that the expectation is setting?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, you have this kind of polarization within the markets across all industries. You have companies that are AI native and they're running quickly and they're demoing really well. You have business users in context saying, wow, I really want that. In the same category, I would put business leaders within enterprise organizations who are also opening up Claude Code and coding their own app, saying, why can't vendors do this quickly? And then on the other side, you have more established players who have strong defensive moats. They have got access to data. They understand human in the loop processes with AI, and they are quickly building as well. Grid Unity is an AI native company, so we're already leaps and bounds ahead in the market. I think you have this impatience on behalf of customers who use AI at work and then also use AI at home and are expecting that of their vendors. You have to rise to that occasion. You've got to move quickly. You've got to move aggressively. You have to realize that we are at a moment of pivotal change. And on the side, this is probably one of the most transformational moments we as humans are going to experience over the next couple of decades. We should consider ourselves lucky that we're actually in the middle of this transformation. But you have to rise to that occasion. You've got to rise to your customers' expectations. At the same time, I think where the big gap is there's a big difference in creating an app with Claude or a chat or Gemini or any of these other tools, and then ensuring that the piping is working
Mm.
effectively in line with your idea. I'm still seeing mass levels of inappropriate prompting, for example, or lack of AI harnessing, which is effectively using chat, for example, but integrating Slack and Google Drive and other systems to be able to work more effectively and efficiently. We're still at the precipice of this.